We thought it couldn't get any worse. It can. Welcome back to the channel, and Philip Clement has revealed some pretty devastating news here about Rangers' summer transfer business, as it's pretty much sell before we buy. And I mean, what is there to say about this? So this is what he actually said, and I quote, "I had other expectations when I came in October, I have to say, but I'm very motivated to build the club. So we must sell before we can buy." I mean, where do you go with this, right? And not the heck, we must sell before we buy, and we've literally got no one at the club that we can sell for big dosh. It's like if the club did it, if the club did it right, maybe we'd have Tavernier and Goldson on big bids, right, to Saudi Arabia, and we'd be sitting here hunky dory. I've seen this morning that, yeah, we signed Lammers for $3.5 million, but it looks like we're only going to get the guy for $2 million. No, I'm fucking actually fuming at this. Because it's sell before we buy, right? But we've went and signed a guy who's playing in the Diddy leagues of Morocco for like $2 million. But it's sell before we buy. Which means we need to be penny pinching, which means we need to sign players in our league that are going to fucking do a job for us. And what are we doing? We're sitting here. I mean, how is Lawrence Shankland not being fucking signed, troops? Couple of million, and we're spending $2 million on an absolute, potential dud. And I say potential. No, it's no good enough, man. People say, oh, Morelos was a... See, people comparing Morelos, by the way, to Hamza Igamani. Morelos played for Helsinki. He had a bit behind him. This kid has got nothing, and he's not the only one. It is bleak. Obviously, Raskin, Pitchard going off injured. And now it's... I mean, who are the options to sell? Desser's obviously with the links to pack. Will he go? We'll have to wait and see. I mean, honestly, I am not too convinced that Cyril Dessers would be going. The pack deal, it seemed to be about 10 days ago, a week ago, where that was at its height. Doesn't seem to be going anywhere now. Cantwell left it today, despite training recently. Does that mean he's away? Who knows? Tavernier and Goldson. The links to Saudi Arabia will always continue. I believe their window doesn't open to the 17th. So, I mean, what are we going all or nothing here on the Champions League money? And it's funny, going all or nothing on the Champions League money, despite the fact the Champions League is hanging on by a thread because we're not playing at Ibrox and there's one advantage at the window. I mean, seriously, who's running this club, man? Well, it's being run into the ground. And, all these people pretending, well, maybe not pretend. I mean, I was one of them, like, all these Celtic fans saying that we're skint, we're no skint. Well, this kind of proves that we are skint. I say kind of, no, it completely proves that we're skint. Celtic way back. The only saving grace I can take from this transfer window is that Celtic haven't actually spent anything. Rangers, though, aren't going to spend anything unless they sell. And it's not good, man. It's honestly, yeah. It's looking like you might need to be selling Jack Butland if like a 15 million bid comes in. And that is the reality we're looking at. And the only saving grace was that is Liam Kelly came on today and was outstanding. But here, I don't want to sell Jack Butland, but yeah. And what the problem is, you sell your best players for money, and some of them aren't our best players, but anyway, the more valuable players, whatever. And that's one thing, but you have to make it work. You have to actually sign talented players. It's not like you just sell and you automatically are guaranteed to sign talent. You actually have to look for talent. We are sinking, man. And honestly, I said at the end of last season that in my league predictions that I wouldn't be delusional and I would go with my head rather than my heart. At this current stage, with the way this is going, how could you honestly sit here and confidently say that Rangers are going to win this league? It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. We are going to be rocking into next season with Connor Goldson, Ben Davies, James Tavernier, Scott Wright, need I go on, the exact same players, and there's more that I cannot be arsed naming. They've let us down numerous times. And there's actual talk of selling Yanis Hadji. A guy that's barely put a foot wrong for Rangers. He suffered a big injury and we didn't really back him after it. But we'll continue to back Diddy, mate, in the form of Scott Wright and co. It's actually disgusting. the state that's going on here. And that's too negative. No, it's fucking reality. People need to wake up and smell the coffee. We are fucking shite, and it's going to get a hell of a lot worse before it gets better. And I'm not kicking the club when it's down, but this is just the tip of the iceberg, man. Sell before we buy. Disgrace.